Hey there, how you doing, everybody? It's me, Chris Herman, here for another episode of On Deck, brought to you right here from the depths of the ship of the Herman Agency in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It's a beautiful day, and today's topic is blockchain and Web 3.0. Yes, blockchain, Web 3.0. The first time I heard about blockchain really was about 2 years ago. Now I realize blockchain has been in existence a lot longer than that, but when it really started started hearing about it was about 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago, maybe it was 3 years ago. I can't remember, but nevertheless, it was at the Autovate conference in Austin, Texas. My good friend and partner, Mr. Cliff Banks, and our event Autovate, which is every year in Austin, Texas. We just had another event about 2 weeks ago. It went great. So thanks to any of you that were there. Greatly appreciated. Autovate is a high-level automotive and technology and finance event about these topics in the automotive business. But years ago, it was 2 or 3 years ago, I remember Cliff talking about blockchain and how it could affect the automotive business. And I got to tell you, at the time, I was like, oh, what is blockchain? It's like a decentralized computer network that records transactions in blocks, and it just it didn't really make sense to me. It didn't resonate, but it does now. I've got the fever. I really do. I've got the fever for this topic, and I think that it is really important for anybody who is interested in technology, interested in the future of finance, interested in the future of the metaverse, and interested in the future in general of where all this technology is headed. I would really encourage each and every one of you to spend some time and study this topic. I mean, listen, you go on YouTube, you can learn so much, and I've been diving in deep over the last couple months. And so I'm just going to try and share some basic understanding with those of you that are watching and listening, because I've got a lot of dealers that are watching and listening, and I just want to give you all the best information that I can as I'm learning it. So, what is blockchain and Web 3.0? Well, the blockchain was a technology that, to the best of my knowledge, was invented to support Bitcoin. Bitcoin was created back in 2008 or 2009 by a individual who nobody knows who it really is, and I'm gonna butcher the name, but it's like Satoshi I totally just botched that. I do know it, I just can't remember it. So you can go ahead and hammer me in the comments on that. But the point is Bitcoin was created to be a decentralized digital currency where the actual currency in and of itself and the recording of transactions as it pertains to the currency were stored on the blockchain. And essentially the blockchain is a decentralized ledger that records these transactions in a way that is permanent, that is non-hackable, and that can't be changed, hence non-permanent. So what you have right now is around the world, it started off with what were called nodes, which were basically computers around the world that were connected to a network. And all of these computers were working to solve complex algorithms to log the transactions of Bitcoin. And over time, this has grown to be a huge industry and something that is going to forever change life on Earth as we know it, as far as I understand. So the blockchain, again, is essentially, it's a decentralized computer network that is designed to, to write down and basically store transactional information. And so now you've got large, essentially server farms that are called mines that have literally thousands of computers that are all competing with each other around the world. So there's tons of these Bitcoin mines. They're actually called mines. They're, for lack of better terminology, they're like large server farms. And all of the computers at these mines are working and competing against other computers around the world to work through the algorithms to properly store these transactions. And they have something called proof of work, where they compare to each other to make sure that the transaction is being recorded the right way. But all of this stuff is happening on the blockchain. And the word blockchain really refers to the fact that after so many of these transactions are logged, then they're stored in a block, and that block is bolted onto the previous block, hence making a chain of blocks, or the blockchain. Again, if I didn't explain that perfectly, I'm sorry. You can blow me up in the comments, but I'm just sharing what I know right now because I'm fascinated about this. I'm really hoping that my friends and family hear what I'm saying and start investigating this stuff, because this whole Bitcoin thing, it's not just a fad. This is not just some speculative thing that is going to go away. This is happening, and this is the direction that we're going. So blockchain is essentially this decentralized computer network that is recording these transactions, working through complex algorithms in order to store the transactional data on the blockchain. And the crazy thing about blockchain as it pertains to Bitcoin is that, like I said before, they're called mines, or you have Bitcoin miners. These are now, many of them are companies that have gone public. I think there's about 20 Bitcoin mines that have gone public. But these mines, the reason that they're competing against the other computers is because when they solve the algorithm to log these transactions at a certain point in time, when they are the first computer to solve the transaction, they are rewarded with a new Bitcoin. Now, the fascinating thing about Bitcoin is that there will only be 21 million Bitcoins ever created. At this point in time, I believe there are 18.5 million Bitcoins currently in existence. The computers are literally mining them. Like, as they solve these transactions and they're rewarded with a coin, the coin is generated out of energy and registered on the chain as a new coin, right? There's no physical thing. There's no tangible Bitcoin. There is just the energy that is now transposed onto the blockchain, onto the ledger, that new coin has been created. At my calculations, I don't even want to speculate, because I did the math to see how many coins are being created. So I would rather say this: look it up on Google, how many Bitcoins are created per month out of all these mines competing for each other. And then you can track it out to see how many more years we have until the full 21 million Bitcoins have been created. But that's what's happening. All these computers on the Bitcoin blockchain are working to solve these computations and these algorithms, and they're rewarded by Bitcoin. Now, if you think about the fact that some of the bigger mines can generate 900 to 1,000 Bitcoins in a single month, and Bitcoin is currently trading at about 47,000 per coin, do the math there. These mines are generating millions of dollars every month in Bitcoin, right? Now, they get those coins, and then those coins are being bought and sold and traded. So there's an incredible financial reward for the Bitcoin miners to generate and to create the mines and to mine the Bitcoin on the Bitcoin blockchain. Now, Bitcoin is the most popular and most well-known cryptocurrency that operates on its own blockchain. The second most known and largest blockchain is called Ethereum. So most of you guys know this. You got Bitcoin, that's a cryptocurrency, and Ethereum has its own cryptocurrency called Ether. So Ethereum is a different blockchain. The difference between the Ethereum blockchain and the Bitcoin blockchain is that the Ethereum blockchain is a decentralized computer network and ledger, still storing transactions, but it is not solely designed just to record the transactions of its own currency, which is Ether. It is also designed to run all kinds of decentralized finance applications, finance contracts, and also applications and the buying and selling of different types of digital assets. So the Ethereum blockchain really, according to most people, represents what will probably be the new internet. And that's why they're calling it Web 3.0. You know, you had the first iteration of the internet, which was, Netscape browser. And then Web 2.0 came along with Google and Facebook, where you had these large platforms that started connecting everybody together. Now Web 3.0 is really the shift towards a digital online experience that is happening on the blockchain, but that no one person or no one entity owns it. It is all decentralized, and it is all built into the code that you are able to interact in this world completely anonymously and have your transactional data be safe and secure, have your personal data be safe and secure, because the way you interact in this world is by getting a digital wallet and buying and selling coin, buying and selling NFTs, and utilizing the different apps. But you're able to do this anonymously and safely on the blockchain. It's completely different than the way that we operate now, where you've got huge companies like Google and Facebook who know and track every single thing that you do, and you are not private at all. The blockchain represents Web 3.0, the ability to actually interact online completely anonymously, transact, send money anywhere around the world with little or no cost. It's fascinating. It's also a lot to absorb, right? I've dove into this within the last couple months. I'm trying to learn as much as I possibly can about blockchain and Web 3.0 for a number of reasons. You're not interested in it, or you're really interested in it. And if you're really interested in it and you start listening to experts in the field talk about what this technology means, how pervasive it's going to be in the future, how it's going to interact with the metaverse, how it has the potential to radically shift the way that money works around the world in the form of cryptocurrency, i.e. Bitcoin. It's absolutely fascinating. And I really, if you're into technology, then you're probably already into it. If you're in the marketing space and you really haven't started figuring this out, I'm telling you, you got to get in there now and start looking at this. Everybody is saying it is like the first iteration of the internet back in 96, 97, whenever that was, which quite frankly, that time when that came around, I don't know, it didn't grab me. For whatever reason, it didn't really grab me, but it's grabbed a hold of me because it presents so many fascinating opportunities. And we all know, like, this technology has just been growing and developing and going faster and faster and faster. And I think over the course of the next 5 years, we're going to see insanely rapid developments in technology. I mean, think about it. The internet's what is it, 14, 15 years old? Mobile devices, not much older or not much younger than that. And think about how massively these technologies have impacted your life. Well, this whole Web 3.0 and blockchain and cryptocurrencies and NFTs that I've talked about in another video, it's going to take hold, and it's going to take hold quickly. So I am sharing this information in an attempt and in hopes that anybody watching or listening goes, if you don't know about this, this is something that you really need to study up on and better understand, because it's going to come quick, and it can be very confusing if you don't spend the time to understand it. But it's going to impact so much of our lives in the next 5 to 10 years that I encourage everybody to jump in. So please, again, I'm not giving financial advice. There's no financial advice being given here. I'm just sharing what I know and understand at my very limited exposure on this. But I can tell you that if you jump in online, if you start reading about this, because you're going to hear it, you're already hearing it out there. You're hearing NFTs, you're hearing blockchain, you're hearing crypto, you're hearing Bitcoin. Bitcoin's $50,000. You're hearing how volatile the market is and how the prices on these coins are going up and down. It's crazy, but it's worth jumping in and understanding. It really is. So please reach out to me directly. DM me, leave some comments in the video. As always, if you like these videos, subscribe to our channel, The Herman Agency, to get new episodes and get new information, get notified when our new videos come out. We're cranking them out. We're gonna keep cranking them out, and I'm telling you, I'm gonna be talking a lot about this topic. I want people to come in. I'm asking you if you are knowledgeable on this topic, if you are knowledgeable on technology, cryptocurrency, blockchain, NFTs, please reach out to me directly. I would love to have you come in here, and sit down and have a conversation about this topic. It's booming. It's booming big here in South Florida, in Miami Art Week. There's so many things, blah, blah, blah. I'm rambling. But I'm really passionate about this topic like a wide-eyed kid right now. So there you have it. Blockchain and Web 3.0. Check it out. Give me a call, reach out, DM me. Let's talk about this topic. It's fascinating. I hope you all have a great day. Thanks so much from me, Chris Herman, and another episode of On Deck. See ya.